Hello, Africa. Welcome to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices Show. Thank you very much, Wiala, for that beautiful song, I Believe in Africa. That song does something magical within me. It makes me feel really proud to be Ghanaian and proud to be African. How has your week been? Anyway, today the world is commemorating World Donor Day. Have you donated blood today? Okay, if you were not able to do that, there's still time from now till the end of the year. However, here in Ghana, I want to say a very big thank you to Happy FM of Global Media Alliance for having sustained blood drives when it comes to finding blood for people and ensuring that the National Blood Service is having quite a number of blood, and we're still looking out for more people to keep donating. So Happy FM has always done this in collaboration with Danwell, and the next blood drive is in July. The date is going to be announced so that those of you who are available can come around and get blood donated so we could save more lives. So tonight we are going to be having a discussion to commemorate Father's Day. Our show comes up every Wednesday, so Father's Day is on Sunday. We said, okay, let's use this week to celebrate fathers. So fathers who are watching me, we celebrate you, and we want you to know that we actually celebrate you. We would do anything possible to ensure that you're celebrated. However, most of the time you feel like, oh, you're not being celebrated as you're supposed to. We'll find out today exactly why the case is like this. And if we are able to conclude on something, we're hoping that most fathers will step up, and those who are actually living the part would also continue to raise the bar higher and higher. And because of what I just mentioned, as per how people are celebrating Father's Day, I saw a clip on the internet and it interested me. It was a man talking about how Father's Day is ranked when it comes to how they are celebrated. I want you to hear this.
Father's Day is the worst holiday in the world. I've done the research, I already know. Let me tell you something. Mother's Day is the second most celebrated holiday in the world. Christmas is first, so that means it's Jesus, then your mama. You know what Father's Day fall at? Number 20. I can't think of 18 other holidays. Do you realize Halloween is number 6? Does that mean ghosts and goblins go before fathers? Arbor Day is number 13. I don't even know what that is. I just know it come before me. That's crazy.
That was absolutely hilarious. A father was talking about how Father's Day is ranked. And out of all celebrations across the world, Father's Day ranks number 20. And women rank number 2 soon after Christmas, which makes women to be a lot closer to God than they are, to that position. And what baffled him the most is the fact that even Halloween ranked number 6. So you have more ghosts and people who really he felt should not rank before fathers or ranking before fathers got there. But how did we get there? I think fathers also contributed to some of these things because they wouldn't even celebrate themselves. Before I continue to talk and get you into the conversation, let me introduce you to our guest who is going to be having this discussion with me, and that's Nasiva. Nasiva, how are you? Welcome. We had her a few weeks ago where we talked about, the secret of good cooking. Today, she's still going to talk about cooking, but it has to do with whether cooking or food truly is the way to a man's heart. Afterwards, I'm going to introduce you to our second guest, who is a lingerie business owner. She'll also be speaking from her perspective as to whether beyond the food, we also have something else that men actually are interested in, and we'll get to them. So we'll get to know that very soon. You watched this short clip, right? And it's hilarious. The guy says that they rank 20th. And, whenever Father's Day is approaching, you don't even see the fathers remember that it's Father's Day. Yeah. Unlike ours, we know Mother's Day is coming. We prepare towards it. And everybody around us knows that Mother's Day is coming. We actually start the celebration and we pour it out everywhere. Yeah. But here is the case that men themselves don't even remember it's Father's Day. They wouldn't even post Check out Father's Day posts. You don't even see fathers posting. It's mostly mothers who be posting their husbands or their sons or brothers and all of that. So do not blame us for Father's Day ranking 20th. But at any rate, what's your take on this? You think we really celebrate the mothers much more than the fathers?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
And good evening to you, and then good evening to your cherished viewers. Eunice, I think what the man said, you know, somehow it could be true, somehow it could not be true.
Okay.
The reason being that there are some fathers, you know, who you and I know, who shirk their responsibilities as fathers. There are also fathers who are top-notch. They are highly responsible, you know. So it's 50-50. It depends on where you're coming from.
Okay.
You know, from my background, I was raised by single mothers, you know,
Okay.
born by one, raised by another. So for me, I didn't get the chance to be with my biological father, but then I had other men playing the role as fathers in my life, and I appreciate that. You know, nonetheless, I would not say that maybe my father was not responsible. There could be a factor, there could be a reason. So, you know, Eunice, there's a reason for which everything happens. Some women, sorry, you have some women going the extra miles, you know, to play the roles of fathers and mothers in their lives, in their children's lives. I have had to, every Father's Day, in as much as I celebrate my husband, who is highly responsible. Kudos to you, Mr. Rahman.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out.
he is
to
a
you.
responsible father.
Okay.
You know, but I will have to rate him whether he's a responsible wife.
And you just did.
Now I'll tell him in the bed.
Okay.
But then he's a very responsible man, you know. So such a man, undoubtedly, the children will grow up seeing him as a hero, you know. But their mother, myself, have had to be raised by mothers, single mothers. So every Father's Day, I still celebrate my mothers because they
play dual roles.
Exactly, dual roles in my life as both mothers and then fathers. Sometimes it gets me emotional, but then it is what it is, Eunice. It is what it is. But hey, there are equally good men out there who really, really are doing well. There are good men out there who are doing well for their children.
So while we appreciate that there are equally good men who are doing well, so you don't say, okay, mothers do have irresponsible ones. It's true, there are irresponsible mothers. However, it looks like statistics are showing that we have more fathers shirking their responsibilities, thereby making it look like mothers are doing so much. Even there are cases where if something has to be given to the child for school or for church or for play and anything, when they go to daddy, he says, go to mommy.
Mommy.
Meanwhile, daddy is the one who is actually bringing those things out, but he makes it seem like mommy is the one bringing it out. And at the end of the day, the child feels like, okay, mommy is doing so much.
Yes.
And sometimes, even when children approach daddies for something, the way they behave, but when they go to mom, mom has a way of making them calm down and would find a way to get them to have that thing that they needed. So fathers, if you can also take this clue, do not let the children fear you and feel that when it comes to getting things done, it's mommy who gets things done. Daddy is always scolding us and not making us believe in ourselves. Please do something about it. We need to discipline the children, fair enough, but still be able to bring them closer to us to know that you also love them as well. I'll be going for a quick commercial break. When I return, we're going to be hearing from our lingerie business owner as to what she thinks about Father's Day ranking the 20th right after this break. And you're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. Before we went on the break, Nazifa and I actually explained reasons we feel fathers are not celebrated as much as they expect to be celebrated. Now we have been joined by our second guest, who is a lingerie business owner and also not new to the African Women's Voices set. She is Rita Mausi. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what would you say is behind men not being well celebrated as they should, especially if you look at how Mother's Day is being celebrated? We are ranking number 2 after Christmas, and men are ranking number 20. Wow. That's quite far and apart.
Yeah. I will say that, let me talk about the women first. When it comes to women, you know, during birth, the child is attached to the mommy in the womb. So there is this kind of connection, strong connection. But when you come to the part of the man, it's not like that. So after the baby comes out, they try to learn to get closer to the baby or get closer to the child. So as a matter of fact, when it comes to women, we have our child at heart. We won't say that men don't have children at heart, but women have that feeling. They go an extra miles for their children. Even when they go wrong, a woman is standing by the child. But as times goes on, a man gets fed up, in a way, offended. Maybe it's true. Maybe the child is a drug addict. Instead of like standing by him, you know, having close conversation, like teaching him or her what to do, they get fed up. They get annoyed. Sometimes they don't even talk to the child, you know, so distant. So when it comes to that, they see that their mom, their dad is far away from them. So they don't see that, how will I say?
The bond?
The bond, unlike the mother.
Okay, not to cut you short, I think I can relate to what you're saying, because in a lot of times, when the children do well, they say you're your father's child. If the child makes a mistake, they don't say that.
Yeah.
Then they call the mom, come and see what your child is doing.
Exactly.
So those things actually make the child feel like, okay, why is this happening? Only when I'm good, daddy likes me. When I'm bad, it means I'm for mommy. So mommy loves me when I'm good and when I'm bad. And definitely will be drawn closer to the mom. So we're going to be talking about the little things that you do that actually makes the children feel like you don't love them, even when you know within you that you love them so much. When the children are making so much noise, you find fathers saying, could you just get the children to be quiet? But mothers have a way of, even if the children are making so much noise, they sit within the noise and they still operate as they should. And will still be saying, oh, calm down, in the sweetest of ways. But the fathers are not able to take such things. Right now, we are actually in the studio with Rita Mouse's 3 daughters who are parading right now as we sit here, moving around, turning it upside down. So this is what mothers can do. And look at the time, and she had to be here with her 3 girls. They'll definitely say hello or bye to us before the show ends, okay? So you get to see them. But let's get to the nitty-gritty of the matter. On social media today, we actually posted and we were asking whether food is actually the way to his heart. Truly, because, I mean, it's a saying we all grew up to hear, oh, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach and everything. Well, let's talk about it. Is it truly through his stomach? And I'm so happy that we have somebody who cooks really well, so she can talk to us from that perspective, and she could even add on from her perspective, and then we get to hear from the one who sells the lingerie. It's going to get really hot in here tonight. Get closer to your set.
Yeah.
So do you think food actually is the way to his heart? Truly.
On the time.
Okay.
Or the period. You know, when you first marry, you are both young. You know, he wants to taste all the good meals that you prepare for him. Sometimes he's young, so he might not really pay attention to lifestyle diseases and other things, you know. But as you grow, the doctors tell you, cut sugar, cut this. So it gets to a point where even you the man yourself, the responsibilities of the home, you know, having to find the livelihood, the better livelihood for your family. You want your family to live comfortably. You want to afford, you want to be able to provide very well for your family. So it hits you such that you don't even think about food. Food becomes the least.
Okay.
It becomes the last thing you want to think about.
All right.
Okay, now your wife cooks. Okay, honey, would you want to eat this? Oh, no, let me go and come. Before he even comes, he's tired.
He's tired.
You know, and it's the last thing because in the night he wouldn't want to eat. So it depends on the timing or the period in which you are. When you first marry, he may like the food. As time goes on, you know, it's not all about
The priorities will begin to
food. It begins to change, exactly. So many factors begin to set in. he's thinking about so many things, children's school fees, you know, like family. There's so many things.
Pressures are
The pressures
just all over here.
the pressures.
So when they are not liking food, what do you think they are liking then? Because they must be liking something.
Of course, they need to take care of the family.
Okay, so like they begin to chase more of money, huh?
More of money.
Economic empowerment.
and maybe other things.
Other things like what?
They may have to explain to us what they will be chasing aside.
Other
Apart
things
from the
like
money.
the other room. That is
The
what we
other
know.
room.
The other room.
I-
Other room.
maybe,
You know,
maybe.
they begin to appreciate the other room.
Maybe.
And also, I'm also thinking that it also has to do with the fact that, like you mentioned, depending on the time. When it's early marriage, he may probably like the food.
Of course.
And as time goes on, priorities will change. I'm also thinking that when they transition to become grandfathers, for instance, food may not also be the priority.
Exactly.
Grandchildren become their priority.
Yeah.
So when the grandchildren are not around, they keep calling you, what's happening? They're not coming around. I want to see them. I want to see them. So I totally agree with you that it just depends. It changes.
Yes.
So we can't say that food is actually the way to his
Even with
heart.
women,
Even with women, yeah,
priorities change.
it does change.
There are times your whole focus is about taking care of yourself, and all. There are times, madam, you are too busy with children, business, other things. You don't even think about yourself. But hey, you need to keep up.
You need to keep
Yeah.
up. Truly. So we're going to be opening the phone lines not too long from now, and we'd like to hear from you what it is that is also the way to a man's heart. Some other men I also spoke to talked about the fact that they also love to be respected. So a home where they don't feel respected is going to be a place they're not going to want to spend their time in. So the woman may know how to cook. She may be really appealing when it comes to her physical, even though we all believe that men are fed through their eyes, what they see. You may have all that appeal, but once they are lacking respect at home, they definitely will not be turned on. They'll just be turned off. So for some people, what they really place on the higher pedestal is respect. So you've heard different things from us. Priorities change. Everyone has what they like. So food is not the only thing. Even though food is good, it gets people together.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing that men are looking for. So with the tidbits we are sharing, this is to help you know how well to celebrate the fathers from today till Sunday and even afterwards. So let's be spicing up, you know, with what it is that we're hearing here. So tell us, what do you think is truly the way to his heart?
It all boils down to neatness.
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 Okay.
When I say neatness, from hair to toe, hair to toe, your teeth, your tongue, you know, everywhere.
Yeah, because the tongue thing you mentioned,
Yeah.
sometimes people brush their teeth and they don't brush their tongue.
Yeah.
So if they bring out their tongue, it's white instead of being
Yes.
pink.
Yes.
So it means that men are very sensitive to something like that.
Yeah, because it's keeps the scent. If you don't brush the tongue, you can imagine just brushing the teeth and just leaving the tongue. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, so you need to, like, oral hygiene, it all counts. Okay, then after oral hygiene, let's go down there.
Okay.
The panty you wear, how you keep them, how you wash down there, how you wash yourself, it all counts. You might bring good food to a table if you don't smell good.
There's no attraction.
Yeah, he might end up not eating it because you are bringing the food with sweat and odor all around you. You know, so sometimes they see all that, but they don't talk about it. So no matter how busy you are, you really need to work on yourself.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right. The laundry business owner has spoken. No matter how well you cook your food, then you respect and you do all those other things that we've mentioned, you also need to maintain good personal hygiene and grooming. So if you're somebody who doesn't really take care of yourself inwardly, you need to start doing them now. Because some ladies are really good at outward appearance. Their dresses look nice, they look good in it. They've done all the enhancements to their bodies. They look really good. But by the time you get in further, then you don't feel comfortable. And they are wondering why their men are not staying with them.
Yeah.
Well, like, I've got all of this. So what are you looking for out there? the thing is, the place is not really looking clean. So today, Rita is asking that we also take care of that side of our bodies. So when I open the phone lines, I would like to hear what your opinions are. Just keep them. Once I open it, then you tell me. So now that we have an understanding that priorities change, and depending on what man, one particular man could like one thing over the other, let's talk about what do we think mothers are thinking inside of them secretly that their wished husbands or fathers knew. You know, because sometimes you're not really able to say certain things to them out of respect and because we don't want to hurt their feelings. So could we just share with them some of those things that we wish that they knew so that they could do those things for us? Because, you know, a happy wife, you know, brings a happy life. And then Father's Day will become the bombshell. So we are also going to give you tips today as to what we feel that you should know so that Father's Day becomes the way it should, you know, year after year, okay? So let me start with you, Nazifat. What do you think the men should know that we always say in our head, but we don't say it to them?
They know.
I know what.
They know we equally deserve the attention they give to our kids. You know, sometimes men make you actually feel jealous.
True.
Of your own children. Because, you know, we were before the children.
True.
So let's continue.
Let's continue.
The children shouldn't hinder our own connection or our own bond, you know, from progressing. But sometimes you find out the children, as the children begin to come, then the attention shifts. The focus now is on the children.
True.
And most men really, I've had, you know, a situation where my husband really loves his children. To be honest, he's the type that really loves his children. But then, for a person like me, there are times I feel jealous.
Yeah.
Not like,
you're not alone.
I go like, what happened to me? What happened to us?
You're not there anymore.
Is it all about the kids?
Hilarious. And that's true, because for me too, sometimes it happens that maybe he needs to travel somewhere. And then my daughter is the one telling me, Daddy's traveling this weekend. And he hasn't even told me. And I'm wondering, so how come you're able to tell her that you're traveling even before telling me that's how close he's become with the children?
Let me tell you the most annoying thing. You know, mom and dad are about to sleep, they are in bed. Then somebody just opens the door. The person doesn't knock. It's the little person. He or she just opens the door. It's as if the room belongs to him or her. Then you go like, please go back and knock, or go back to your room. Then daddy goes like, you leave him, it's okay. It's okay. Come and lie by us.
I feel you. I feel you.
Maybe you are preparing for something.
Of
you
course.
have an agenda.
And it's
the
all
agenda
ruined.
must be changed.
It's all ruined. We've done all the bathing and all the, you know, smelling nice and everything. And the agenda is just ruined.
Then a little person comes in to spoil the entire plan.
And then it just allows it to happen.
You go like, what happened? Why are you married to him or her? You know, so, you know, these are some of the things women, we expect our men to know. They should make a conscious effort. To know, to understand, even without women opening their mouths to tell their husbands. They should understand when to draw the line between my wife and my children. My children need my attention, but my wife equally needs my attention.
Great. So what's your take on this, Rita?
We normally know that men are the head of the house and they do a whole lot of things. They pay the bills, rent, food and all that. But aside all that, they should think about us. The women also need free money.
They need free money, you know?
Yeah.
Free money.
Free money.
Even though we work, we still need the free money.
100,000 in my face. Charlie, take this.
So that brings me to there's this joke I saw on TikTok
Yeah.
about a man who was talking about how you should make your wife happy.
Yeah.
Give her money. Yeah. Give her more money. Increase the money. Give the money. He just kept saying, give the money. And you're really hitting it. We also need that free money.
Free
so, men, I hope
money.
you're listening.
And Eunice, you have no idea. sometimes the money we even ask for, they are not for us.
Yeah.
Look, I have 5 children. Okay, there are times I say, okay, let me take these children out. You go and you end up spending like 1,000
So much.
and it just goes.
Yeah.
Eunice, and there are times I think somebody has actually stolen my money, but I
You
spent
actually
it on
spent
the
it on
children.
them.
Because you count, if you have to buy something and it's 200 cedis times 5, how much are
It's
you going
already
to spend?
1,000.
So, you know, sometimes when we ask for money, not necessarily that we're going to spend the money on ourselves, no. So there are times we just need to have money in our pockets.
We need it.
And then
That's
we
a
bring
good
the
point.
children
We
out
need
to
it.
spend it on them. There are times we need to spread our children. We need to let them feel that mommy also has money.
And now they also
although mommy
want us-
doesn't have that much, mommy needs the money from daddy to prove a point.
Mommy needs the money from daddy to prove,
to prove a point.
That's
to
what
let
we're
the
talking
children also
about.
know that mommy can also afford. You know?
That's good. So do you have another point you'd like to add to it, the money part?
Free money, data, airtime, you know. There are times that probably movie time in the house, we all sit together and watch movie. Times that we all eat together in one bowl. You know, all those things
matter
yes,
to us.
Yes.
Matter to
Yes.
us. Okay. All right. So I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I return, we get to open the phone lines and hear what you have to say. Do not go away. You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. At this point, we want to open the phone lines to hear from you what you think is truly the way to his heart, because we're about to celebrate Father's Day. What do you think we all should be doing as women and as children? You know, what should we all do to make the fathers around us feel alive, motivated, and appreciated? I want to hear from you. Okay? So while we wait for the phone, the number actually is, thank you, Director, 0555 65 7278. 0555 65 7278. So I hope you got it. All right, so while we wait for the numbers to actually be activated and then people call through, let's look at another sector of the fathers. So we've got divorced fathers, we've got separated fathers, we've got widowers, and you know, we've got those who are just single for reasons that, well, best known to them. So their situation may not really be like the regular father. They have particular needs, and it's not very easy for them to juggle the role of being a father and being a mother. With women, multitasking comes a little bit easier to us. So that's why you have a woman able to play the father and the mother role. But when it comes to men, multitasking is not so easy for them to actually, you know, work around. How do we get people in this category, fathers in this category, to really feel like what they are doing is being appreciated and is also being seen? What do you think we should do, Mausi?
I will say for when it comes to men playing a part of a woman, we need to
Like
really
support them,
support
you know?
them, yeah.
So women are around.
Yeah,
If you're a sister, if
yeah.
you're an auntie, you need to be able to support these
a
people.
role model, probably a youth leader, not just anybody, but somebody that is very energetic, that can play like a woman, a woman's role. Maybe a youth leader, a church leader who is a woman. Not that at the end of the day, she might be dating the guy aside, no, but somebody that is very, very serious, okay? Probably an auntie somewhere, or probably a grandma somewhere, or maybe a family friend, a genuine one, not just anybody, that can give them advice and then also teach them how to go about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
it
actually very
helps.
particular about this question because a lot of times we find society blaming some of these men. Oh, Nanya Nepa Moira, you made her go, so deal with it. You see that it's not easy to raise children, so we blame them. But sometimes the problem may not really be coming from the man. Maybe the woman is the one who decided not to want to stay, so she moved out. So then society frowns on, oh, the single father. That's why I actually raised this question. Is there something you would like to contribute to it?
Men under this category, they also go through a lot. It's just like some of us being raised by single mothers. You know, you find a man, you know, women naturally are able to multitask, but men can't mostly do that. So men who find themselves under this category, I think they should be applauded, because it won't be easy, especially if you have a man who has to raise a girl. You and I know the things that go into raising girls, especially when they get into the teenage. It's a whole drama on its own. So when you have a man having to juggle around these things, especially with teenage children, I think they should be applauded. Yes. So hey, kudos to the men who also play that role, that double role of both mothers and then fathers. We hail you, and then we appreciate your efforts in raising your children.
That's amazing. That brings me to this footage I also saw on social media that was quite interesting, even though it was another humorous one. I think I'd like us to see that. It was a small child who was actually making a prayer for the father and wishing him a happy Father's Day. Director, if we can have that short footage.
Yay, Papa! Why yebi? Say me Papa. Me Papa didn't want for me. Me Papa yes can you. That's so when you mad in some home at me. Oh, Tony. And I give me Papa who pay. My Papa can't tell on the wall. Not trying to brush about me and snuggle. Yeah, be my happy Father's Day. And me shroud. Me
I felt it. Did you just feel it like there's so much passion? He said, happy Father's Day. Me pel dodo. Me pel dodo means I love you so much. For those of you who don't understand the language that the boy spoke, he was just making this prayer to the father, talking about the father. The father has made so much sacrifices to see him to the point where he is, and he's ready to also take care of the father when he gets to a position that, you know, he's buoyant enough to be able to take care of him. However, God should just keep him alive to be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. And he didn't end it without saying that he loves his child. So as a father, do you tell your children you love them? It's something that we feel like, oh, as Africans, we're not raised to say, I love you to my children. But you have to understand that these children have become so computerized. Like, they see a lot of things on social media now, on their kids' tube. They see where other children are being loved in special ways, you know, by other parents. So we need to be able to also be in sync with what they see. So they see parents telling their children that they love them. They see parents hugging their children and being affectionate with them. So let's also try to also level up and also do same. Because the moment we are lacking in that area, it makes them begin to wonder what's different about their own family. The families they see in their cartoons, the family they see, you know, on social media are quite different from the kind of family they're seeing. So we need to make them see that, look, they're not different. We are just like them, and we love you so much. So that way, okay, I hear we have a caller. Hello, caller. Hello, caller, can you hear me? Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties. Okay, are you there? Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Evening.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Michael.
Michael. Okay, Michael, what would you want to share?
Is it?
What do you want to share on the show?
I don't know what.
Okay. All right. So maybe you should just keep listening, and then you can call back when you get to know what the conversation is about. Okay. Thank you very much, Michael, for calling in. The phone lines are still very active, and I'm going to be closing it very soon because our time is far spent. But I was talking about telling your children that you love them and being affectionate towards them. Do not leave it to the mothers alone to be showing affection. Give your children hugs and let them feel the love that that you are going to be giving to them. So as our time is actually, really flying, let's just take a look at the final words and the advice that we want to give to fathers. For my own final word, okay, I hear we have another caller. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Hassan. I'm calling from Kitchen.
Okay, Al Hassan, please share with us.
I want to share my experience.
Please reduce the volume of your TV set. We are having some feedback. You need to reduce the volume.
Is it Alaka you are talking to now?
Yes, I'm talking to Alasan. Please reduce the volume of your TV set.
It is reduced.
Okay.
My experience is just to talk about how some of the women talk to their men.
Okay.
I remember when I started my life, and I had to. Well, my work is I work late into the night, and so when I come, I have to rest. So to give birth, I said, okay, let me help her with some of the household joints. And then I was sleeping one day. She had to call me with a very progressive tone, telling me I should go and fetch water. The way you are resting, the way you talk to your men, it's another problem. So all these things bring, it doesn't bring happiness in the home.
Okay.
At least if you are waking me up from the bed, you should know how you talk.
Okay.
Just men, we need to be pampered.
Okay.
And then I just had to tell her, I will tell her what to do. But along the line, I thought I was punishing her. I realized I was punishing my baby, so I had to just put it away. So please learn to talk to the men too.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I have to share with you.
Thank you so much, Al Hassan. I really like what you shared. Thank you. We appreciate your contribution. Wow. Thank you. Wow. So he is a respect kind of man, because we mentioned that some men actually want respect. And this is a case, he tried to be loving and caring towards his wife. And then his wife rather saw him to be a soft man who should be manhandled, which wasn't the right way strategy. So women, when we have the men choose to do certain things for us, let's appreciate them on the days they do it. And days they don't do it, just let it be. Let it be. I'm sure with time, he's going to decide to do it even continuously. But now, when you talk to the man anyhow, it's very likely he will not want to do it again, because that's what Al Hassan is doing now.
The story forms part of the reasons why women, we are suffering. Sometimes you don't find your man doing certain things because maybe he thinks if he does it, it will become
routine.
Yeah.
So let's not go that way at all.
We need the help, and then we also try to drive the men away when they are bringing the
help to us. Okay, so your final words, Rita?
Our men should try as much as possible to discipline our children. They shouldn't be weak. They shouldn't say that because they are just children. You understand? So they will just push it aside. Or when they grow up, they will change. But from the onset, when they do certain things bad, it's their duty. Though women can also try to correct the child, but men should stand firm because they are the head.
Okay.
And the children look like they look. Today they don't even know what's wrong. they look up to them. Yeah, they look up to them. So they should try and stand firm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So talking about the food woman, I want her final words to actually be, around what special is at Casa Tomato, because she's a restaurant there. I want to know what's going on, because I'm definitely coming there for Father's Day celebration. So please tell us the special.
Okay.
What is happening at Casa Tomato?
Okay, so this Father's Day, we have what we call the Father's Day platter, jumbo seafood platter.
Okay.
We've shared it on our social media handles. All our social media handles.
Oh yeah, that's it on the screen. Yeah.
Whoa,
whoa,
we have that. That's our seafood, and it's this very platter serves 6 people, It says 6 family members. So you buy this and then your entire family can enjoy it. So, and it goes for 800 cedis for the entire family. So you can either decide to order, we do delivery. We have the packed ones we package it like a gift to your father, or you bring your family to the restaurant and then you enjoy
this
it.
is going to feed like 7 people
Oh
to
yes,
10 people.
yes,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot,
It's
and
a
a lot goes into it. So, yeah, a lot
I
goes
see the variety.
Yeah.
All right, now that I've seen the food and the special that
we are
we've got.
we are even trying to add some kili-willy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but can we also
Because,
have
some
some
people
visuals of what actually happens at Casa Tomato? Do we have some food visuals of some of the Casa recipes? Good.
Wache is there.
There's wache. I know there's tuwo safi.
Yeah.
Okay, see the
This
rice.
is the normal seafood rice.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
The salad.
Okay. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. As for the wache, dear, Ghana, we love wache so much. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Hey.
These ones.
Hey. Traditional food, that means both local and continental dishes, can be actually accessed over there. The tuwo safi, I would definitely taste the tuwo safi. Okay, please, now that we are seeing, as we look at the food and everything, say something to our fathers there.
There are 2 things I want to tell them.
Okay.
Is create memories with your family. It's very important.
Create memories.
There are so many. I really don't have fond memories of my dad, or my dad and my mom, but it's my wish that my children have fond memories of both their parents. It is something I want my children to have in the future and to cherish and to hold. So memories are very important. One day when we depart from this earth, it is all memories that will be left for our children. The second thing I want the men to also understand is that they shouldn't hesitate to show their vulnerability. Sometimes you are with your husband and then you realize that maybe some part of his body is paining him. There's pain. The guy is actually feeling pain. He doesn't want to show it because he wants to come off as
the strong
the
man,
front,
you know.
You can tell that. Open the thing. Okay. Sometimes you practically have to wake up in the middle of the night. Touch you. Are you okay? I mean, don't hesitate to show your. We are humans. We will scream when we are in pain. We will scream and do all the drama.
Yeah.
We expect you to do the same because we are humans. There are times pains are afflicted on us, and sometimes they are no fault of ours. Accidents happen. You can even have headaches. Anything can happen, but don't hesitate and don't feel shy. To show your pain or to show your vulnerability. Definitely.
I think it's been an amazing time with these 2 phenomenal ladies. I have really enjoyed myself, and I bet you also did. So the memory part is very important to me, as you mentioned. A lot of times, you see fathers not even wanting to take pictures. Oh, I don't take pictures. Oh, I don't do videos. Oh, I don't. How do we keep a record of these memories? So please, as you create the memories, take pictures and have footages of them, okay? So the repeat broadcast of this show is coming to you on Friday at 11 a.m. You could also check out our social media pages for the stream. You would enjoy it over and over and over again. So until we get to meet you next week, let's all say a happy Father's Day to the father figures in our lives. God bless you.